A warm welcome to all the viewers. In today's session of Tourism and Hospitality Research, we will be discussing the fifth step of configurational analysis, that is fuzzy set qualitative comparative analysis. The fifth step is generation of the truth table, which will provide us with different configurations consisting of different conditions leading to the outcome of the study. So herein we are going to check out the best configurations. We are going to check out the conditions which are necessary and the configurations which are sufficient to give us the outcome. So let us start. The procedure to conduct the truth table algorithm is you go to analyze in fsQCA software, go to the truth table algorithm, and at this point the researcher has to select the variables that will be included in the analysis. In detail, the causal conditions are the independent variables and the outcome is the dependent variable. At this point, the researcher may choose to either compute the presence of outcome or negate the presence of the outcome. By clicking OK, fsQCA software will produce the truth table. The truth table computes all possible configurations or the combinations of the conditions that may occur, providing 2 raised to power k rows with k representing the number of predictors. So in case you had 4 independent variables or 4 predictors, in that case 2 raised to power 4 is 2 to the 4, 4 to the 8, 8 to the 16. So 2 raised to power 4 is 16 configurations you'll be getting, and each row representing every possible combination. How to analyze the output generated through truth table? One or more combinations of causal conditions are typically enough to achieve the desired result, which is the output or solution that fsQCA offers. Two important metrics that range from 0 to 1 are used to evaluate the output quality, which is assessed through the coverage and the consistency. Now, what is coverage? Coverage quantifies the percentage of membership in the result that can be accounted for by the configurations formed during the analysis. Consistency refers to how much the outcome is actually produced by the presence of the presumably sufficient configurations. So now we'll see how to do the practical. But before that, let us check out the thresholds for consistency and coverage. After reviewing the literature, it is found that there is no widely accepted minimum coverage that a QCA analysis has to achieve for the outcomes to be deemed acceptable. It depends on the study's scope and objectives, even though greater coverage is usually preferable. However, consistency levels should be at least 0.75 or higher as per the general view, and here is the reference for this thing, Ragin, 2008. Additionally, according to the current best practices, each solution should satisfy a proportionate reduction in inconsistency, which is PRI, criteria of 0.70. So now let us go to fsQCA software and check it out how it is actually done. So here we are in our fsQCA software with the calibrated data set. And after the calibration, I showed you in the previous video that we need to add 0.001 to each variable so that we don't miss upon those where they are marked on 0.5 level. So neither we can have the 0.5 level counted on the positive side or the negative side, that is full membership or non-membership. So to come out of this ambiguity, we add 0.001 as per the recommendation of FIS 2011, which I have very well stated and described the process in my previous video. You would like to go back and check it out, how to do the addition of 0.001 constant to each of the calibrated values. Now, after adding that constant of 0.001, I named my calibrated dataset as ACFQ, that is calibrated value of food quality, ACCA calibrated value of cultural authenticity, ACSQ calibrated value of service quality, ACVM calibrated value of value for money, and ACBI, which is the calibrated value of behavioral intention. So this is my outcome, and these four conditions are the predictors. So now through the truth table analysis, we are going to check out the possibility of existence of these four conditions in different configurations to predict our outcome, which is behavioral intention. For that, I'll go to analyze, truth table algorithm, and here I'll set the outcome as ACBI and add all the predictors ACFQ, ACCA, ACSQ, and ACVM in the causal conditions. I click on OK. Now you see there were four predictors. So 2 raised to power 4 is 16. So we got 16 configurations. You can count and see. See 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Right? So now we want to delete those configurations which do not contribute to the outcome. How to do that? We go to edit, delete encode. So it is recommended in the literature that if your sample size is greater than 150, then the frequency should be set at 3. So instead of 1, I'll set the frequency at 3 as my sample size is greater than 150. And set ACBI to 1 for rows with consistency greater than equal to 0.8. As recommended by the literature, the minimum consistency should be 0.75. So I enter 0.75 instead of 0.8 and click OK. So now I'm left with those configurations which actually contribute to the outcome. You see here, and their PRI has to be greater than 0.7. So in this case, I see that the first and the second one, the PRI is greater than 0.7. In the first row, it is 0.81. The raw consistency for this solution is 0.93. The raw consistency for the second solution is 0.92 and PRI is 0.749. Now, next is after reducing those 16 solutions, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We are left with 11. So if I click on raw consistency, I can put them in ascending or descending order. So this is the highest one, 0.93, and raw consistency 0.275 is the lowest one. Now I click on standard analysis. Here in the causal conditions, if I am unsure about the presence or absence of these conditions, I must click on present or absent both. So this is the best way. If you are unsure, you can put a tick against present or absent for all the predictor conditions and click OK. And now I just reduce the size of this and show you what we got. We got three solutions over here in the truth table analysis. You see here truth table analysis. First one is the complex solution. Second is the parsimonious solution. And third is the intermediate solution, which we will go in for. As recommended by the literature, intermediate solution is the best to decipher, to interpret the results. Now, you see here, we got certain configurations of those conditions. What do you mean by this star? The star means and. So this means The combination of cultural authenticity and service quality leads to the outcome. The raw coverage in this case is 0.42, unique coverage is 0.109, and consistency is above 0.75, that is 0.83. The frequency cutoff which we kept was 3. The consistency cutoff which we kept was 0.75. Right? In the second solution, we see food quality and service quality, but this mark of tilde says negation, non-presence of value for money. So, non-presence of value for money will again give you the outcome wherein the consistency will be 0.845, which is better than the first one where we have cultural authenticity and service quality. In this case, the first case, we can say that cultural authenticity and service quality, if both are present, they will lead to the outcome irrespective of the presence or absence of other conditions. But in the second solution, we see that food quality and the presence of service quality along with that, but the negation or the absence of value for money will give you better results as the consistency is greater than the first solution. It's 0.845 in this case. So this is the way we interpret it. How do we present it in our paper? I'll just show you. For that, I'll just copy it like this. Copy. And I'll go to my Excel sheet wherein I build a format to show you how to interpret these results. So here we are in our Excel sheet and I paste the copied solutions, the configurations which I got in from fsQCA software over here. And I take on these values, raw coverage, unique coverage and consistency from here and build a table like this to show in my paper. So you see, this is the way I present it. Another way is, or the better way is, that the present ones I indicated with a circle which is filled with black color, and the absence of a condition I present with a circle without any filling of black color. So it's an empty circle and this is a filled circle. So as we can see for the first configuration, cultural authenticity and service quality, that is solution number 1. We have cultural authenticity and service quality which are present. So I indicated them with fully filled black circles, but food quality is absent, value for money is absent, right? So we indicate it like this. The negation, if I talk about the second solution, you see here, food quality and service quality are present. So that means I can copy and put a circle like this, and food quality is present, service quality is present. So I put a circle like this, and value for money is not present. So I can put it like this. So for these ones which are not present, I can put a hollow circle. It's often seen in research papers that the negation or the absence of a particular condition is represented by a hollow circle, but sometimes the negation is presented with a circle along with a cross mark inside it to show that this thing is non-present, right? So this is how you analyze the truth table generated through fsQCA software. The next step is, these are the sufficient conditions, but how to see the necessary ones? So these are the useful resources which you can refer to in your paper or in your thesis when writing about fsQCA results. I hope the video was quite interesting and useful for you, and you will definitely share it with your friends and faculty colleagues and all those who are interested in doing meaningful research. Thanks for watching and keep watching for more.